So, who would have something they want to ask, share, or get assistance with? Mary.
Yes, I would love to release on fear.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a number of health problems. I still do. And last year, I went out to somewhere to do a quick errand and got COVID. And I need to go do another errand this morning. And a sister that I dearly love is posts about COVID all the time and the numbers and the fear of and I am really fearful of getting getting COVID and picking up germs. And to be honest, I live with a family, and two of them have been really sick, and I'm already dealing with so many health issues. I'm in really great fear of even having the energy to go do this, of and then of getting sick. So I would love to release on the fear of germs, or getting even sicker, or getting a flu, COVID, whatever.
Yes, of course. Shall I work with you one-on-one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so would you welcome however that story you just shared made you feel?
Yeah.
And would you welcome how personal all of that feels?
Yes.
And would you welcome if there's any wanting to do anything about it? Make sure you don't get sick. Make sure you be safe or avoid possibly health hazarding situations or any other one connected to that.
Yes.
And just for now, as best you can, could you let go of wanting to think your way through to safety?
Yeah, as best as I can right now. Yes.
Yes, you can, yes. And could you let go of wanting to be safe a little bit more?
Yes.
And when would you let go of that?
I'd like to right now, even though I'm still feeling it.
Sure. It's fine. So that you're feeling it right now still, is that allowed and welcomed?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I assume there might be still some wanting to do something about it.
Yeah, trying to control it, wear a face mask, even, which, what, right now, not a lot of people are doing. And yeah, yeah,
Mm.
even, trying to go at a time where I think there won't be a lot of people around. And yeah, I'm still trying to plan in advance and trying to control the situation. Yeah.
And how do you think that is working? Is it preventing you from getting sick or keeping you healthy?
No, it's the fear. I'm sure the fear is worse than, you know,
Mm.
is worse for my immune system than anything else that's, out there,
Mm.
to be honest.
So could you just notice the fear? Give it all the space it needs.
Yes.
And then would you notice where that fear is appearing in or on? That space, unlimited peace.
I'm not sure I quite understand.
So would you just, well, let's approach that a slightly different way. So just notice the piece that is there beyond and beneath that fear.
Okay.
As best you can.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, notice the fear.
Yeah.
And then notice the peace.
Yes.
And again, notice the fear.
Okay.
And notice the peace.
Okay.
And as best you can, could you allow that fear to dissolve into that peace?
As best as I can. And yeah, yes.
Mhm. And would you notice there's not just the peace, but also courageousness?
Yes.
And would you open up to feeling more of peace and courageousness?
Yes. That sounds really good.
And would you open up to them some more?
Yes.
And still some more.
Yes.
And would you be open to allowing that peace and courageousness to shine through your day, your life, and allow them to guide and support you?
Yes. As much as I, know how to do. Absolutely.
Good. And then check if there's still any belief that being worried or thinking about the whole issue will somehow keep you safe or help you prepare better.
Yeah.
And could you let go of believing that will help you?
Oh, that's a good one. Could I let go of believing that that will help me? Wow. Yeah, I could. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Could I let go of believing that that's going to help me? Yeah. Yeah.
So how does it feel now?
It feels better. It still feels a little scary because of just even all the other symptoms I have anyhow. It takes a lot of courage for me to get out of the house anyhow, but
Mm.
this fear popped up this morning for some reason. And anyhow, but it's but that helps that helps so much. That helps so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And may I ask one more question?
Sure.
Like, could you be open to the possibility that that fear isn't even yours? That it's just something that you kind of picked up?
Wow. That's another great eye opener. Yes, I that is so good because yeah, it's like I said, I'm being bombarded by especially a sister who I love dearly,
Mm-hmm.
but tends to put a lot of that out there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not even mine. I love that. I
Good.
love, yeah, that's really helpful as well.
Good.
Yeah, that feels so much better. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. We often pick up lots of fear from around us, and especially if it's people we trust and love who seem to be telling us to be on guard, or we pick things up from around us. So it's really lovely to sometimes notice that feelings aren't even ours. And
That's that's really kind of an eye opener for me. Yeah, it's not really mine. Yeah.
mm,
That's great. Thank you, Katja.
thank you. Thank you. Okay. And does anyone else have either ask for assistance or suggestion for a group release?
Could we do something about, it could be group, just
Mhm.
releasing on doing stuff,
Yeah.
just doing
Mhm.
things that you need to do. Like it's kind of mundane, but uh,
No.
phone calls or completing work or,
Mm.
instead
Resist
of just,
doing those things.
yeah, not really wanting to do
Yeah, that's
anything, but needing to have deadlines to meet and yada, yada, yada.
yes. Yeah. Okay. Let's do a group release on resisting the things we have to do. So first of all, just let yourself stop and be. And then let yourself think about something that you need to do or you feel you ought to do, but you somehow feel you wouldn't want to. And just notice how it makes you feel. Then notice all the thoughts that probably arise with that. And notice and welcome all the thoughts that say that you should have done those things, you should start doing them now, saying that you are lazy or bad or just not very good person for postponing or procrastinating, or any other thoughts the mind might bring up. Just notice them, watch them, or listen to them like you would listen to a radio. And then welcome how personal all of that feels. And then, just for now, as best you can, could you let go of wanting to take it personally? And would you let go of wanting to take it personally? And when? And again, notice how personal that still might feel. And could you let go of wanting to make it personal? And would you let go of that? And when? And then notice all the things the mind is bringing up, the things that might say that you will probably continue procrastinating, all the beliefs or feelings which seem to know how you will feel doing those things, or any other thought or expectation that might come up. And then could you let go of thinking and believing that you know how the future will unfold, how doing those things will make you feel? And would you let go of believing that? And when? And would you be open to allowing those things to just happen? Allow them to take place effortlessly, maybe even joyfully. And if that whole thought brings up more resistance or any thoughts that it's not possible or not likely, would you just welcome them as well? And could you let go of any thought that says it's not possible, it's not likely? And would you be open to those things happening easily and effortlessly? Maybe even much easier and more effortlessly than you can imagine. And then notice what the mind says about all those things you should be doing or should have done. And notice if there's still any blaming yourself or thinking you should have done them already. And notice and welcome if it feels that means something, that it says something about you. And then could you let go of believing doing or not doing anything says anything about you? And would you notice or be open to the possibility that those things just haven't happened yet? They haven't been done yet. And that is just how it is. And then take a look again about all those things you feel you ought to be doing, and notice what that brings up now. And if the mind still brings any doubts, any expectations, how it will be somehow hard or difficult, or expectation that you might still procrastinate, push those things still forward, could you notice how those are just thoughts and feelings? And could you let go of wanting to believe them? Would you let go of wanting to believe them? And when? And would you be open to just letting yourself relax and allow those things to be done easily, effortlessly, exactly when they will be done. And would you allow yourself to be guided and supported by the life, by the all, and just let yourself relax and enjoy the unfolding, including the things that sometimes appear that need to be done. And allow yourself to relax and relax and open up to the ease and flow, and know that they are always here. And allow them to shine through. Good. How was that? It leaves something.
That's wonderful.
Good. Thank you.
Procrastination was a really good one. Thank you. That was one of the things on my mind. So well done.
Good. Good to
Brilliant.
It's a common theme in my life as well. So it's good to be reminded.
Can we do maybe again a group one about stopping the thoughts in your mind with meditation, getting frustrated that you can't stop the thoughts?
Frustration of that you can't stop the thoughts. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, if anyone has ever been frustrated with their thoughts, I think that's something we might have some experience about. So let's see what comes up. So let yourself stop and just be. And then let yourself remember a time when you were bothered by your thoughts, a time when you would have wanted to pause them and make them be silent or disappear. And just notice all the feelings that brings up. And then would you welcome how personal that feels? Since they are, or they feel, after all, like they are your thoughts. They feel really personal. And then would you welcome any thoughts that say that not being able to stop your thoughts is somehow bad, or that it's a sign of something? If there's any thought or belief that if you only were a better meditator, a better releaser, a better person, maybe more spiritual or just somehow more advanced, then you would know how to pause or silence your thoughts, or at least not be bothered by them. And if any belief of that kind comes up, just notice it and welcome it the best you can. And then, just for now and as best you can, could you let go of wanting to believe that? Could you let go of wanting to believe that your thoughts or their activity says anything about you? And would you let go of wanting to believe that? And when? And then would you be open to the possibility that thoughts just come and go? They rise and then they dissolve. And none of that is really up to you. And would you be open to allowing the thoughts to come and go? And would you be open to allowing yourself to feel however you feel about thoughts coming and going? And would you let go of wanting to make your thoughts any measurement of your progress, of your worthiness, of your value? And then again, notice the thoughts and feelings about the thoughts. And then would you notice all the peace that is beneath and beyond those thoughts? And beyond and beneath those thoughts about the thoughts. And notice how that peace isn't affected by any thought, by any feeling. And would you open up to noticing that peace? Focusing more on that peace that never leaves, that is here even with the noisiest thoughts. And would you allow yourself to feel and open up to the peace a little bit more? And a little bit more still. And a little bit more still. And then check if the mind has brought up any thoughts or beliefs how the future will look, how you and your thoughts will continue to live or annoy each other, or how it might appear that way. Or if there are any thoughts or beliefs that the way things have been in the past will continue in the future. And could you let go of wanting to believe that the past will continue in the future? And could you let go of believing that you know how you will act, feel, and think in the future? . And would you allow yourself to relax and allow the thoughts to rise and float by? And allow yourself to just notice the unfolding and open up a little bit more to the peace and acceptance. And would you allow yourself just to enjoy the unfolding? And if there are still any thoughts about thoughts, would you notice how they are too already allowed and accepted? And would you allow those thoughts or about anything to just dissolve into that peace and acceptance? And notice that all is well and all is well. Good. And how was that?
Thank you, Katja. Yeah, that was lovely. Yeah, really nice.
Good.
It made the thoughts stop for a couple of seconds there.
Oh, brilliant. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Okay, I'll have a sip of water first. And Deborah. Did you have you raise your hand, Deborah? Elizabeth, which name are you called?
Deborah, sorry about that.
Okay. Hi.
Hi. So I wanted release on judgment because I just seem to judge everything, even if it's the smallest, tiniest thing. Oh, that's better than that, and then I'll. It seems as if I'm getting better about not judging other people, but it's like, okay, so I went from judging every person and situation to now judging, if the blanket is on right, or I'm trying to find something to judge. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would just really want to let go of judging. And I think it's control, especially, but I know I can't control other people. So I try to send love. And when I feel that I want to judge, I do my best to send love. I love you. I love everything about you. Everything you're doing is great. Or, just something to get out of the judgment. But I don't know why it feels like it comes back. I want to just release it to where I'm just not judging people or situations. I mean, I even judge the weather. Oh, the weather's good today. It's not so good today. Even if there's only 1 degree difference. Oh, yesterday was great, but today is horrible. Ah. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's what we do. I think Hale has said, I don't know if it's his thought originally, but that like mind is basically it's comparing and reporting, like describing what's happening, and then kind of comparing this is better than that, and this is worse than that. So it's very familiar. So you want me to work with you one-on-one or
Yeah, I'm being selfish, I think. Yeah, one-on-one.
It's fine. One-on-ones, they do help everyone because we usually share pretty much similar issues, all of us. So even if the
Right.
exact thing isn't something that we share, we recognize the feelings and thoughts beneath them.
Yes, because I definitely recognize the procrastination. I was
Mm,
supposed to have made 2 phone calls this morning, and instead I took a nap.
yes,
Oh gosh.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so about judging. So could you first welcome how that story makes you feel right now?
Yes. And I feel pretty awful because I'm supposed to be better than that. I thought, but I'm not.
So
Ugh.
are you judging yourself because you are judging things?
Yes.
And does that help you feel better and more relaxed?
No, it doesn't. Not at all. And I don't know why. Like it seems like it feels familiar, or like I fall back into some kind of groove and I can't get out or something. Whew.
So would you welcome how it feels like a loop, something that won't stop?
Yes.
And then would you welcome all the wanting to do something about it?
Whew. Um, yes.
And just for now, this moment, could you let go of wanting to do anything about it?
Um,
Just
hmm.
for this second.
Yes. But the battle keeps coming up, and how do you get better if you don't do anything about it?
Mm.
Oh, never mind.
So could you welcome the sense that you have to be constantly doing something to get better or feel better?
Yes.
And could you let go of wanting to believe that?
Yes.
And would you let
Whew.
go of wanting to believe that?
Not yet. Mm.
So allow yourself to hold on to that belief.
Yes.
And would you,
Whew.
yes, did you want to say something?
No.
Mm. So would you be open to the possibility that your feelings come and go, and you don't have to, what's the word now? You don't have to patrol them. You don't have to be on guard about them all the time. And would you be open to allowing them to just float by, even the judgment?
Even the judgment?
Mhm.
Whew.
It's just a feeling.
It's just a feeling.
Mm. There are thoughts accompanied by that, but it's basically we feel this, I like this better than that, or the other way around.
Yes.
And what if that feeling you call judgment isn't in any way meaningful or bad or anything to be avoided?
Yes.
And would you notice how all of those feelings are already allowed and accepted?
Yes.
And would you notice that peace and love that are already here?
Yes.
And would you allow yourself to focus more on them?
Yes. Yes.
And is there actually anything that needs to be done right now?
Ooh. No, I'm not sure. I mean, like, do I feel like I need to judge anything? No,
Just like if they're
but
feelings, they're feelings and they come and go, and if they bother you, you can release. Sometimes they go easily, sometimes it takes a little while. Sometimes it might feel they don't go away, but they will go away. There isn't a feeling that would last forever. Except there are peace and love and acceptance that are beyond all these kind of more urgent feelings. And
yes.
don't need anything from you or you to do anything, and they never go anywhere, so you're pretty safe with them.
Hmm. I mean, so you can just love your feelings of judgment, or
Mhm.
is that crazy? Or
Yes,
love the feelings and help them to maybe not help them, but yeah, help them so they dissolve or release or go faster?
yes, you can.
Or is that the same as welcoming? If I let's say I love this feeling, or
Yes,
because it hurts the most out of all the stuff that comes up. Judgment seems to
mhm.
hurt the most
And does it hurt right now, or is that something talking
right
about?
now. Yes, a little bit, not as much as when I first started, but a little,
Mhm.
some, some, yeah,
So could you ex experiment loving it a bit?
yes,
Yes, you can. And would you love it a little bit more?
yes,
And still a little bit more.
yes,
And still a little bit more.
yes,
And would you allow that which hurts, how much of that is left, would you allow that to dissolve, melt back to love?
Yes. Yes. Oh, wow. Whew. What worked? Ah. Oh, that was lovely, Katja. Thank you. I had to use the last lady, the word she used, lovely. It totally describes how this feels. It feels, so I'm going to use her word. This was lovely.
Oh, thank you. Lovely.
Thank you.
Thanks, Deborah. Thank you.
You know what made it easier to release it the last time?
Mm-hmm.
Because when I asked myself, well, where did I learn to judge?
Mm-hmm.
Well, between my parents and our religious upbringing, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I felt like I was really good at judging. Like, because we were supposed to judge. This is evil, that's good. This is sin, this is not sin. So I was pretty good at it. So it's not like it's something that I came here with. So it made it seem like it's easier to let it go, like to work, to
Yeah.
just love that, I did it well,
Mm.
but now that I know I don't need to do it, I
Yeah.
can love and be better at even loving just as well as I used to judge. Ha! Okay, that feels really good.
Oh, good.
Ah, thank you.
Thank you. Lex.
Hi, Katja.
Hello.
I have a gain and I would like some assistance.
Mm-hmm.
My gain is that I'm traveling tomorrow to go visit my elderly mother,
Mm-hmm.
and I ordered a face mask, a one that's more effective than a paper mask, because I'm traveling on an airplane and I'm
Yeah.
concerned about keeping her healthy. And the mask got lost in the mail, and it's a type of mask that apparently is hard to lay hands on. So I was really upset about it. And actually, David facilitated a really good release for me yesterday. And today, the supposedly lost package arrived.
Oh, wow.
So now I'm holding the mask in my hand.
Brilliant. Good.
So that, yeah.
Yeah.
And I kind of had this thought last night, like after I talked to David, I was thinking like, what does that really mean that the package is lost? I mean, it didn't just disappear into the ether. What could they possibly find the package again? Well, apparently they can, because now I have it.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, so that was but also like the release was really good too, which I'm sure if I had received the package on time, I probably wouldn't have done, because there was a lot of, wanting to control I mean, because we don't really know what the risk is, even with the mask, and
Exactly.
wanting to control that, and wanting to control my mother's health and all that. So like I think there was a greater benefit in the releasing, on top of just whether the mask showed up or not.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm actually grateful for the supposed problem at the moment. So that's a pretty cool game.
All right.
And I would like to release on taking care of the body. I have not been taking very good care of my body, and it seems to be trying to get my attention on that point. And some of the same stuff that we talked about in the procrastination seemed that seemed pertinent, but particularly I seem to have spent a lot of my life like really ignoring my body, and everything else seems to come first. And I probably need to move it up the list to a higher position in the list of priorities. And I have a lot of resistance about changing, you know, how I take care of it, how I spend my time, how I feed myself, how all those things.
Yes, yes, it's quite, I think, something we share, many of us. Something, the closer something is like our body, kind of, sometimes the harder it feels to treat it with respect.
Yeah.
Okay, so shall I work with you one-on-one?
Yes, please.
Okay. So would you welcome whatever that, all of that you just shared, what it brings up now?
Yes.
And would you welcome how personal it probably feels?
Yes.
And then would you welcome if there's any wanting to do anything with or about it? Sort it out or change it, make it disappear, anything else?
Yeah. I have a lot of fear about if I've already caused irreparable damage and what the fallout of that will be, and how then I'll be forced not only, all these changes all these things I've been resisting, like, eating healthier, exercising more, that I'll be forced into an even more extreme form of that.
So would you just notice and welcome that fear?
Yes.
And then could you let go of expecting those things to happen? Or thinking they are probable?
Yes.
And could you let go of wanting to hold them in mind?
Yes.
And would you be open to noticing the love and acceptance there already is towards you and your body?
Yes.
And would you allow that love and acceptance to guide you and support you in doing things or allowing those things to happen that are for you and your body's best, highest and best good?
Mm. Yes.
And is there still any expectation that that might be somehow hard or uncomfortable?
Or that I'll still resist taking good care of my body. Yeah, I guess there is.
Yes. So could you let go of expecting it to be uncomfortable or hard or not nice?
Yeah, that would be great.
And would you let go of believing that?
Yes.
And when?
Now.
And then check if there's still any sense that you would lose something by taking good care of yourself. Lose some comfort or time or something.
Yeah.
And could you let go of believing taking good care of yourself is somehow dull or boring or bothersome?
Yes. Yes.
And would you be open to it being effortless and fun? At least occasionally.
Yes. Yes, I like that.
And would you open up to noticing all the benefits of taking care of yourself and how good it makes you feel right now? Not in the some distant future, but now.
Mm. Yeah.
And again, would you notice that love and acceptance that is here already?
Yes.
And would you allow it to fill you up?
Yes.
And let them fill you up even more.
Yes.
And even more.
Yes.
And would you allow that love and acceptance to guide and support you? And enjoy that flow.
Yes.
So how does it feel now?
I feel a lot more I would say open to developing a better relationship with the body.
Good, good.
Yeah.
That's,
And like I have a desire to be kind to it.
yes, and being kind to yourself feels good now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a good too. Because I notice when there's talk about all these things that you ought to do to stay healthy, that to kind of the target is out there somewhere.
Yeah.
And that makes me resist.
Right. It's sort of like you don't know if you're going to get a return for your
Exactly.
effort,
Yes.
but
Yes.
yes.
But
Actually if it happens right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It feels nicer to be nice to yourself. So
Yeah.
yes. So that is.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.